Welcome mates, I am BloodThirstyLord by Lordy, and we're back once again for another Predator Hunting Grounds video. And within this video, we'll be highlighting the patch 1.13 update, which is currently live right now, and we'll go through the patch notes and see the breakdown of those components and see what actually happened within the game. But before we do get into this video, make sure to hit that like button, show your support towards the channel, hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with us, and make sure to click that join button too to support the channel even further and beyond. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. So obviously we have the new paid DLC coming out today, which is a Samurai Predator, and one of the weapons that will also be available as early access for the Predator is the Predator Katana. I can't wait to jump into game and actually use this weapon, so I'm kind of hyped about that. Some of the general changes they've done is like the mission select cooldown timer to actually start when all players are loaded in the lobby, so it's just the same time, nothing gets disrupted there. They put a pointer in the weapon wheel to make it easier for people to utilize it, and they've also added a limit to play input during minigame, so it will take a little bit longer for them to actually escape through nets and bear traps compared to before, as they just spam the button altogether and then it would allow them to jump out of the actual net. In this case, it will take a little bit more time because of the insta effect taking a longer duration than what it was before compared to now. So that's pretty cool to see, so that makes it a little bit slightly buff in that aspect. The fire team has increased down crawl speed, okay, nothing too crazy there. Fixed the issue when repeatedly jumping in rapid succession would cause some of the jumps to be shortened. Yes, true, I've seen that happen before, so that's good to see. Fixed the issue when opening weapon lockers would cause some players in the match to experience a momentary dip in performance. I stopped opening weapon lockers, so I don't really see that as much. Fixed the issue where the fire team had a slight delay before they could start crawling after being downed. Increased camera effects and feedback when taking large amounts of damage. So that's for the fire team. They've also got one of the class changes on the fire team with the scout, increased maximum gear weight, so that's pretty cool, so that means we can do a lot more with the scout. Perk shuffler, increased crawl speed even further. Sixth sense, increased perk cost, because that ability there, the sixth sense, every fire team player was utilizing it. I think it's around 2 to 3 points, and it pretty much has a large radius of tracking perks of traps and other things that happen in the game. So it's kind of crazy that was such a low point actual thing, so I'm guessing it's around 5 points now. I'm not too sure, I have to go double check it. Weapons, the 7EN, reduce maximum ammo clip. The D34D, reduce hipfire accuracy, reduce bounce and friction of time grenades, reduce time grenade trigger after hitting an object, increase time grenade airtime. Sword 50, reduce maximum ammo capacity, and the SR3D, fix an issue where the player will not see the weapon if they switch to SR3D while crouching. So this is just some changes that happen to the fire team for as a quality of life change for the game to make it better overall for them. And now we move on to the more exciting stuff, that is the Predator changes. Let's go into it. So general stuff for the Predator are increase the slow percentage on target hit by Predator melee attacks, fix an issue where the Predator would sometimes mount a nearby tree when trying to interact with the target. Thank God that was the tree bug, so that looks like it's been fixed. Fixed issue where the Predator, while eating a ball, was attempting to mount a nearby tree, so it looks like tree bug again has been fixed. Fixed issue when a specific loadout may cause the players to load in with incorrect weapons. I think this happened in one of my games previously when they switched my class into a hunter default class, so that's kind of cool to see. Weapons, the Alpha Sickle, which is currently in game, has lowered the damage output on that because it was pretty high up from what I've seen. Combine stick, to fix the issue where the fire team members may sometimes see the combine stick floating in the air instead of where the combine stick actually is located, hence why there's people like highlighting double combine stick positioning, and that usually happens once the Predator does throw and it gets glitched, so that's kind of cool to see. The War Club added a disorientating status effect. Final attack in the War Club combat is now unparryable. Okay, that is pretty good. I don't know what the disorientating effect is. It's pretty much like a flashbang. Same thing as a combine stick when you chuck it from afar. It will do the exact same thing but from close range. I'm not sure if that's the initial hit or all hits. Well, I don't know how that's going to work, so we have to test that. The final attack not being parryable. That is good. That was something that was very needed. I'm hoping they fix the tracking too. That's something they need to improve as well, because it looks like tracking hasn't been touched here for the War Club, so that will still be a problem either way. So we'll see what happens during the game. Smart Disc, fix the bug that causes Smart Disc HUD and FOV effects to remain on the screen if the Predator threw the Smart Disc on the game as it ended. Fix the bug where recalling Smart Disc would hide the UI elements that shows the Predator that they are cloaked until the Predator recloaks. Okay, so it looks like a whole bunch of quality of life changes to it. The buff towards War Club and nerf towards Sickle is pretty much there as a visible thing, and then just like less bugs on the Predator in general. So that's kind of sick. But the most exciting part is obviously the Samurai Predator and the Predator Katana. Katana, which will have some gameplay later today as we go through this all-nighter and go through all the content that's released in the game. Should be very fun. But mates, tell me your opinions and thoughts in the comment section down below about this patch, because a whole bunch of things that have happened. There's a little bit of quality of life changes, but I'm more excited about the new Predator because it looks like to be a separate whole class. I can't wait to actually play that. But tell me your opinions and thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, mates, it is a pleasure to have you guys on the channel as we go through this, and I'll catch you mates next time. Bye.